Yeah, that's a heat.
Welcome to the Oak Pavilion for Columbia College Claim Jumper Basketball. It's the playoffs once again, and the Claim Jumpers come in at the number 8 ranked team in the state of California for the NorCal division. In Contra Costa Comets, they are currently at number 9. Claim Jumpers got the first round bye. Now they're back at home, and they get to play Contra Costa, who they've played already 2 times this season.
Looking forward to a barn burner here at the Oak Pavilion. And I was speaking with a couple of the players before this game here as they're out there working out. I said, hey, what's going through your mind right now, guys? Is it any different? They said, nope, it's just a game. What's going through your mind? Get the win.
I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and I'm glad to be joined by my father today, Justin Flores. We're your bouquet of broadcasters for Columbia College Claim Jumper playoff basketball today. And now the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, well, at the start of the season, they had a very fantastic start. They did have one loss very early on, but they continued to win, and that's what head coach Rob Hoyt expects from his team. It's a very intense program in which he takes them through a lot. They practice every day. They get into the weight room, and, well, it's been showing off quite quite a bit for the Columbia College Claim Jumpers.
Yep, he is a condition at heart kind of guy, and he does not have anybody do anything that he first wouldn't do himself. That's his motto. I've known him for 21 years now when he played at the Sonora High School level, both basketball and football. He has the same heart, the same drive. He calls it grit that he expects his players, no matter who you are, what you look like, no matter your height, you can still get in and play this game with a heart level and a determination, with grit and conditioning. He himself doesn't do anything that he doesn't have his, he will do everything. You know what I mean? He's an example. And I think the players see that once they meet him, because the guy runs 5 to 10 miles a day. He'll run up and down the mountains. It's not just for punishment. It's for conditioning, keeping your body up. When you see the guys playing, it takes a long time for them to break a sweat. The players of Columbia all remind me of a player that played for the Utah Jazz named John Stockton. They almost have no fat in their body, and it takes more than the half before they finally actually break a sweat. They were here at warm-ups doing some major stuff prior to all what they're doing right now, and before all that took place, these guys, they don't even break a sweat. And I just love it. That's when I went and asked them, what's going through your mind right now, guys? Oh, get the win. I said, is it any different? It's just a basketball game. We get the win. We're coming to play. We're coming to get the win.
The Claim Jumpers come in with an overall record of 21-7. They ended their regular season at Fresno City, in which Fresno City lost here at the Oak Pavilion, and it was such a close game that nobody really expected Columbia to win when they went down to Fresno, because that's just how basketball works. The home court advantage is a major swing, but Columbia was still able to get that win in a 3-point victory, 90-87. Along with that 21-7 overall record in conference play, they were 9-5 at home. They are 10-2. They took 2 losses to College of Sequoias and Porterville. 2 losses. This is the most home losses they've had in over 5 seasons. So that's why it's one of the hardest places to play. On the other hand, Contra Costa, 19-10 overall record, 11-5 in conference, but when they are away, 5-5 record. But where are they today? They're also away, so it's going to hurt them a little bit. I got a chance to talk to both head coaches before the game today, and we'll look at that right now. Head coach Rob Hoyt and head coach Miguel Johnson of Contra Costa. Levi Flores with head coach Johnson of the Contra Costa Comets. Congratulations on your playoff run. You had your first victory in the Oak, which is one of the hardest places to play in junior college basketball in California. There's only 2 losses for Columbia on the season. How does that affect you guys?
Well, for us, we just want to focus on our team. We do understand that Coach Hoyt does a great job with his players. We've played these guys twice this season. We know we're up for a battle. We don't want to pay too much attention to the environment. We just understand that there's 5 guys on the floor at any given time, and we have to execute the plan.
Well, I talked to head coach Rob Hoyt earlier, and we also the second matchup, you guys probably should have won the first. So now coming into that with the overtime in mind, how does that all in play, knowing that you've been there twice already?
Well, we do respect them as a team, and we understand what they're capable of, but we also understand that each game is its own separate game. So we understand that we looked at the film, who they are personnel-wise, and everyone's going to make adjustments, but we can't go back to games that have already been played. We got to move forward and understand what's needed today to win this ball game.
With that being said, statistical side, free throws in the first game was a hard issue for the Contra Costa Comets. You allowed over 40 free throws to Columbia, but then you only allowed 14 in that second game. Is that something you're looking at today as a possibility to win this game?
Well, as you know, early on in the year, teams are trying to figure it out. We played 14 guys that day. We're trying to figure our teams out, and both teams obviously are better defensively. So hopefully, if we can play our aggressive style of play and get out, we'll limit the opportunities of giving them the charity stripe, so to speak.
Well, congratulations once again on making it to the playoffs. Good luck out there on the court.
Appreciate it.
On the court before the game with head coach Rob Hoyt of the Columbia College Claim Jumpers. Another home playoff game you have here. And, well, this morning, a few hours ago, you posted a video on Instagram on the Claim Jumper page. Just an encrypted message of just a black video, and then at the end, emerging, Caleb Chang. How do you feel about him being back for another playoff game?
First, I'm going to have to credit my wife. She made that video, so she's the mastermind behind that, but it is a cool video. Very excited to have him back. We had a practice yesterday with everybody for the first time since the middle of December. It was our best practice, high spirit, high energy. We look like a very good basketball team again.
Now, whether he scores or not, how is this going to change the game for the Claim Jumpers?
You know, that's kind of tough to say going into it. I think he's another threat. He's perfectly fine and healthy and ready to go. So I think he adds another dimension to our team as far as his shooting and playmaking. So how it plays out, I'm not quite sure because he's been off for 2 months. So we're going to have to, touch and go with that.
In the 13 games he played, he did have 14 points per game, so that's another added aspect that the Claim Jumpers might add tonight. But let's look more into the matchup that we have. Columbia versus Contra Costa. Now, Columbia comes in at number 8, Contra Costa number 9. 2 previous games split the series 1-1, both games going into overtime, and what you've told me all season is that it doesn't matter who's on our bench, we can manipulate our defense and offense so that we can win games. And well, split the series, how does it look today knowing that you've played them twice?
Super interesting matchup, a rubber match, 2 overtime games. I think both teams and coaches and players probably feel they should have won the game they lost. First game, Caleb hits a 3 at the buzzer to go to regulation or go into overtime, and then we win by 6. And then the second time we played him was our first game after Christmas. We didn't have Caleb and some other guys, and they might have been missing guys too, and it goes to overtime, they win by 1. I don't know if there's a whole lot of adjustments. We're just familiar with each other. They're going to throw the ball out, and we're going to see who can play well together and handle the adversity of the 40 minutes the best.
We'll see how that comes together in this matchup between Columbia and Contra Costa. Thanks, Coach Hoyt. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
90 seconds till tip-off in the Oak Pavilion. It's number 8, Columbia College Claim Jumpers versus number 9, the Contra Costa Comets. Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy. This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Road. NorCal Sports TV is pleased to present the second round of the CCCAA NorCal playoffs. We have 5 junior college games today, including at San Jose, Columbia here today, San Francisco, both men and women, and against Chabot. And we now look at the flag for the national anthem. Claim Jumpers and Comets ready to take the court, and there's one thing that's been surrounding the Jumpers, the Jumper fans at least, just from this morning, and that's the return of the sharpshooter and leading scorer, Caleb Chang. He's number 4, averaged 14 points per game in the 13 games he played at the beginning of the season. Unfortunately, in the second game against Contra Costa didn't get to see Caleb Chang in that, and would that have changed the outcome? Possibly, but we'll never know now. But we may know because they're playing once more, and Caleb Chang is back out on the court.
It's one of those situations where the coaches need to tell the team, we got a player out there we haven't seen before, but we've seen him we know what he's able to do, what he's capable of doing, and it's kind of cool to see Mr. Chang back out there, and he's even in the starting lineup here at his first game back.
He's one of the best three-point shooters in the state, over 40% from the three-point line, and hopefully we get to get a little taste of that today and continue if the Claim Jumpers were able to win. But let's talk about surrounding the game. In the CCCAA playoffs, they say every game starts at 7 o'clock unless otherwise noted. And, maybe you can explain to us why we're playing at 3 p.m.
I'm thinking possibly because Contra Costa wants to get down off the hill from the massive snowstorms that have hit this entire state, including Los Angeles and Riverside, which hardly ever sees snow. Although thankfully here in Columbia it's only raining right now. The game can be done. They can get back down and get home before the snow hits again tonight.
It's number 8, the Jumpers. Number 9, the Comets. And the starting 5, we'll look at the visiting team first for Contra Costa. It's number 1, Miles Lewis. 11, Seneca Willoughby. 22, Darren Bracey. 35, Cameron Robinson. And number 42, Jeremiah Stamps. And one of the players that I look at specifically for Contra Costa is Seneca Willoughby, who's the most consistent scorer. He may not score 20 points, he may not score 6 points, but he's going to be consistent around that 10 to 14 mark. And that's what you can ask for.
Well, if he pulls it off and he continues and plays consistently, he'll be all right. Jeremiah Stamps is the guy I got to be watching for here. They're 6'6", 295 pounds, up against our boy there, Marcus Sales.
And Cameron Robinson's also one of those players to look out for. He's another bigger guard, 6'9". He only had 4 points in the second meeting between these two teams. He had 14 in the first meeting. And if head coach Miguel Johnson realizes it, it might just be a difference maker as Caleb Chang misses his first 3. He took the first shot just a little long, but you can tell that he's ready to play.
He was on the mark. We're right behind him on his 6. That ball looked like it was going in. I got the goosebumps before it ever fell. I'm just sorry it hit the back iron.
And along with Caleb Chang, the 5'4", Columbia, Ariane Harris, Kai Jordan, Daniel Rico, and Marcus Sales II.
Of course, rebounds will play a big factor. Offensive rebound 1 already for Columbia, but the second shot missed. Didn't help Contra Costa here with no score. Chance to go up early.
One of the big differences between the first two meetings was the shooting comparisons in the first and second game. Field goal percentages in the first game, Columbia was at 33.8% from the field, and for Contra Costa, they were 37.7%. First game, you look at it, 47.6% from the field for Columbia and 44% for Contra Costa. So either the defense stepped up in the second game or the shooting just wasn't on.
Fortunately, the pass there, no good, as the player was going around the other side. Totally missed.
This is the first game for Columbia since February 17th. That was an away game at Fresno City. They won by 3, 90-87, which basically put them in this number 8 spot. If it happened any differently and they lost that game, they could have had a first-round game like Contra Costa did against Skyline on February 22nd. Rico getting back down low, goes long, didn't have the angle at the backboard. Cameron Robinson unable to put the first points up in the game. There's Caleb Chang. The screen from Marcus Sales goes high. Right back out to Kai Jordan. Looks at the basket down low. He misses that one as well. And another big board for Jeremiah Stamps. Drive down the paint, floats it up, and there's the first basket. It's Miles Lewis, the 6-foot sophomore guard, previously played at Sacramento High School.
Nice little pull-up jumper right in front of the basket there, getting that thing to fall.
He's had the highest scoring game all season for Contra Costa as Ariane Harris flies by the basket and couldn't finish the jam. But a 28-point scoring game for Miles Lewis back on November 17th against Foothill. It's the highest one-person score that they've had all season as we get our first basket for Columbia with Marcus Sales.
You know, we're talking about Chang here playing in his first game. I think that was before Christmas that we missed out on him playing since Christmas time. course, it was a broken jaw, so it has nothing to do with his shooting arm, but this is the first time he's been out on the court against another team, hustling and bustling.
Ball underneath, Sales fighting for it, tipped out by Cameron Robinson. Contra Costa gets it back, and you're exactly right. It was the game against Gavlin that Columbia first lost Caleb, so they didn't have him in that second meeting on December 30th at Contra Costa, and then they didn't have him for the games against College of Sequoias, Porterville, the second meeting of COS, Porterville, and West Hills Lemoore, and all those losses during conference play. Jumpers make another good stop, get the board, and push down with Caleb Chang. A few jumper players are getting ready to come into play, and Coach Hoyt always tells me we're going to change our lineup in the first minute or so anyway, so it doesn't matter who's starting. And right now, 3.5 minutes into play, they still have the starting five out.
And Daniel Rico with a nice drive to the hoop, take the lead for Columbia. I like the hard basketball that's being played here.
And an offensive foul on Cameron Robinson. Excessive use of the elbows and getting a piece of Daniel Rico's nasal cavities there.
Yeah, that's the second time that he's really gone hard up against the defender, and that time I think the refs just said, a little too much elbow in there, They've already played pretty hard against one another here in the first couple of minutes of this game, and so the refs, I thought, were going to let a lot go, but that's kind of a warning there. All right, that's a little too much.
Daniel Rico is just one of the best defenders that you can ask for. He stays tight. He guards everywhere. It doesn't matter where they're at. If they have the ball, Rico's going to stay on him. So there with Cameron Robinson, he just basically wasn't paying attention on how close he was. And there's the other three-point master for the Claim Jumpers, Parker Tuttle. He's only been at 29% on the season. He's had his ups and downs, but right now, more than ever, they need him to start hitting those deep balls like he just did.
Well, they've ridden the shuttle Tuttle in the past. Maybe he'll have another one of those games today.
Contra Costa answers back with the bucket down off the low block.
Yeah, Miles Lewis, nice little drive to the hoop, keeping him in it.
Keyshawn Hall, double team trapped in the corner of the half. Here's Ariane Harris breaking down the defense. Another Tuttle three comes up short. Jeremiah Stamps, the 6'6" sophomore forward, bringing down the board. Tuttle on the baseline. Good catch by the official, who is still trying to get out of the way so he didn't get bodied off the court and still able to make the correct call.
Good heads-up play for Tuttle to be ready for that.
There's a replay of Miles Lewis's last basket to cut it down to 3 points. Contra Costa will inbound under the basket with Seneca Willoughby. Up and over, Kobe Nunez, the basket by Jakari Lindsay, and gives the signal saying Kobe Nunez is too short. Little does he know he has a 40-inch vertical, and he could get up there and stop him at any point he wants. Here's Hall driving left side, blocked, sent back down, packing to Contra Costa. It's Miles Lewis who will lead the charge for the Comets. Right back, attacks. Ahmad Jeffries picks up the foul.
Yeah, I like the play of Miles Lewis. 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. Driving the hoop, looking the lane. Doesn't hesitate to go under. Using the finger roll.
One of the interviews with the head coaches before the game talked about free throws and how that impacted the previous two meetings. The first game where Columbia won 80-74, Columbia attempted 43 free throws and made 33 of those in the overtime victory.
Free throws, man. They win games.
Along with that, Columbia has been known to play games and not allow their opponents to shoot free throws. They've done that multiple times this season.
That's that whole grit thing of being careful not to foul. It's not easy.
Jeffries three, no. Sales still attacking. Contra Costa barely keeps it alive with a great save from Jordan Rosales. The sophomore guard played at Salesian. 5 minutes through the first half, Columbia down by 1 to Contra Costa, 8-7. Sales hits the floor, and Cameron Robinson's able to finish. Contra Costa on a good scoring run. It was 7-4, and they've gone 6 straight points. The handoff to Kobe Nunez, looking to Jeffries, top of the arc. He wants to attack, but they'll keep it outside for now. Hall flicks it up, and it just rolls off And the pace of play for Contra Costa, fast down the court, trying to beat him out on the transitional attempts. Stolen away by Lewis on the move for Columbia. Marcus Sales was the intended target. The give and go, it's good. Rosales got it with the right hand.
My gravy, the no-look pass there, smooth as a gravy sandwich, as they might say. That was absolutely beautiful. The quick transition for Contra Costa right now is throwing Columbia off. This is Columbia's game. They're usually quick on transition after defense.
Now it's an 8-0 run for Contra Costa. Ball given up, comes out. Parker Tuttle in the corner, gets the defense to jump, a sidestep. He connects, pulls the trigger. Parker Tuttle, his second three of the game.
Put his defender in the popcorn machine before stepping side to shoot that. Beautiful.
12-10 Contra Costa. They went on an 8-0 scoring run, but somehow the jumpers just with that one basket has brought the crowd right back into it and changes the momentum and the energy in the Oak Pavilion.
Absolutely beautiful pass once again by the point guard for Contra Costa going inside. And 35 finishing it up there.
Passing is definitely a key for Contra Costa. They are 9th in the state in assists per game at 18.3, and they're not going to shy away with that now that they've entered the playoffs. Attacking again, Nunez goes up, makes the stop. Tuttle, another board.
2 rebounds for Tuttle.
Tuttle, sidestep again. He hit it last time. He does it again. Throws the dart, gets the bullseye. Tuttle for 3.
Carrying the team, saying jump on the shuttle, boys. I got this one so far.
You mentioned 2 rebounds for Parker Tuttle, as now Contra Costa calls that timeout. But Parker Tuttle, he is the 3rd leading rebounder on the team, and he does more than rebound. He hits threes.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
It's raining in Columbia, literally and literally. Parker Tuttle, 3 threes within these opening minutes, and just down by 1. The Claim Jumpers 13, Contra Costa Comets 14. But the 3-point shooting for Columbia, we've seen it all season. They had to take a step back once Caleb Chang got hurt, but he is also back. So the 3-point ball may come into a little bit more of play, and it has in the first game.
Both teams have 9 rebounds apiece, crashing the boards, driving the hoops, and right now the team that's out for Columbia, only 1 player has any buckets on the board, number 23, Daniel Rico.
NorCal Sports TV is glad to be here with you today. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, along with my dad, Justin Flores. And we do have the comment section open. Interact with us throughout the game right there in the comment section. And while you're there, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Here's Kai Jordan with the steal. He'll attack straight through, euro around, and get the right hand lay with a little extra bounce to the rim.
His first deuce of the game. He's got 2 rebounds, a bucket, plus a steal.
Caleb Chang, Jordan Worthy, Daniel Rico, Kai Jordan, and Ariane Harris are the 5 for Columbia. Jordan Worthy, the backup center, replacing Marcus Sales. And, of course, Caleb Chang back on the court. Here's a Jordan steal for the 2nd time in a row. 2 possessions, swatted out from behind and sent packing to the baseline.
I like the drive, though, of Jordan, not backing down, driving the hoop and putting it up.
Kai Jordan, the steal, euroed around. That was the first attempt. The 2nd time he got swatted at, but he did go coast to coast in efforts to get those points. And Kai Jordan on the season, just under 4 points per game on 48% from the field. Jordan sets up a Rico 3, no. Worthy fights for it, hits the deck. Meanwhile, Contra Costa comes up with the rebound to Jeremiah Stamps.
Not seeing anything from Columbia in way of coming down and crashing the boards offensively since they've come out of that last time out. Couple of threes.
Rico 3 misses just off the left side. And rebounding-wise for Contra Costa, when you look at their side of things, they are in the middle of the pack, middle of the state in offensive rebounds per game, defensive rebounds per game, 51st at 10 offensive per game and 25 defensive. Meanwhile, for Columbia, looking at their stats, they're 49th in offensive and 74th in defensive. So the rebounds aren't really good for either of these teams when you look at it in perspective of all 100 teams in the state.
When I played ball, if the ball was in the air going for a shot, we were supposed to go inside. Usually the point guard step back. But I haven't seen a lot of the crashing the boards. There's been some rebounds, like we said, between both teams. They're kind of even with rebounding, but any outside shots, I'm not seeing anybody following their shots either.
Stamps, ball poked out by Rico. Single digits on the shot clock for the Comets. Jordan goes up, stops the shot from Lewis, but the three falls from the corner for number 13, Jordan Lilly.
Nice little pass to the outside. Nice little baseline jumper.
Columbia slows it down halfway through the first. It's 17 Contra Costa, 15 Columbia. Harris switches court. It's an open Chang three. No. Columbia fans still waiting for that three from Caleb, and just those first points as Ariane Harris loses it out of bounds, and some of the Claim Jumpers fans want the reach over on the previous play. And here's that three looking over wide open, just had to set and release.
Tell you what, we're seeing some good basketball playing here for the first half of the first half.
Rest of our NorCal Sports TV crew with you. Producer Dion I, cameraman Cole Parkin, Christy Marion, and Taylor Rector. Of course, thanks to all our sponsors of Columbia College playoff basketball. Up and over. Worthy rejects the pass to Stamps. And here's the transition. Chang, he stopped short. Harris attacks. He switches. Rico, he wants it. He doesn't have it this time. But Ariane Harris keeps the play alive. Chang, he's still looking, but he comes up short.
Yeah, he wants it pretty bad, doesn't he? Going to bring the house down when he hits his first one, though, once he gets his aim back.
Triple teamed. Switches. It's right back to the corner. Can he have two in a row? He's got it. Jordan Lilly, and you can tell the lack of Contra Costa fans in the Oak Pavilion as there's almost no noise when Contra Costa makes a bucket.
Yeah, most of the noise comes from their bench. And right now they've got a 5-point lead. They're slowing Columbia down. They're playing Columbia's game their style, and Columbia's playing more of a slower pace here.
The backdoor cut by Harris. He lost it. He gets it back. The shots just won't fall for Columbia in these opening minutes.
Yeah, all of a sudden nothing for Columbia is falling, whether it's inside or outside.
Lewis. Stamps. He's got a three? No.
Well, he's got the range for sure. I think that threw them off as well. What's he doing out there?
Jeremiah Stamps, 33% from three on the season as Worthy. He's going to have to fight for a putback. And there's the travel. Jeremiah Stamps, 33% from three on the season, averages 0.2 per game. So I don't know how many he's actually attempted, but can't be close to probably 5.
Well, coach is giving him a heads up right now, talking to him, saying, I want you on the inside. Look inside, look inside. But in that play, I think it was designed to have him on the outside. He just had the ball, took a look, and that had probably brought the Contra Costa bench down had he hit that thing.
Parker Tuttle re-enters play with Marcus Sales. Ariane Harris is playing off Jordan Lilly, and Lilly makes him pay with another three.
It's 9 straight for that young man.
3 threes in a row, just how Parker Tuttle started this game as well.
Yeah, Lilly's on fire right now.
Sales, the three ball drops for the center, 6'6" sophomore.
Yeah, Contra Costa has to be careful. And remember who they're playing. Columbia is known for hitting their threes on the outside rim, so anything to the outside from any one of the players actually can go in.
Marcus Sales has attempted 5 threes this entire season, and that's his second one made. Good fling pass down there. Parker Tuttle on the defensive pressure, able to force the stop to Jordan Lilly.
See if they can keep this drive going.
Caleb Chang a little hesitant to shoot the deep ball after he's missed his first few, but he'll drive inside. A turnaround Jay misses the bad bounce. Sales goes up and over for the board. Handoff to Kai Jordan. He fights the sideline with a full head of steam to get the pressure off of him. Tuttle for his 4-3, looks at it, he releases, looks good, is good, he's got another. 12 points in the game for Parker Tuttle.
Keeping it close.
23-21, Contra Costa still in the lead, but the Jumpers have cut it down to one possession. The drive again, Rosales dips down the shoulder, and they say the Jumpers were the last to touch as Jordan a little slow to get up. But here's the three from Parker Tuttle, the last possession.
Quite physical game. Referees letting them play. We've only had one offensive call where the elbow was a little too hot, but they've allowed a lot here so far in this game.
Here's the inbound. It's an open three. Lilly, I believe that's his first miss from deep three-point range.
Yeah, the southpaw couldn't bring that one down, but he does have three, like you said.
Ariane Harris. Good! The highest three-point percentage shooter on the Jumpers roster, and he hits another on the season. 41.5%, averaging 3 attempts per game.
That's his first points of the game. It took 15 minutes of the game for him to finally get on the board. But he gave Columbia the lead with that.
Ariane Harris is one of the most unselfish players. I want to know where he's going next year, as his stats do not lie. 10.5 points per game. Here's another Jeffries three missing. Jeffries on the deck after Cameron Robinson came bulldozing after he released. Lewis releases from 15. He's got another deuce. But back to Ariane Harris. 10.5 points per game. 41.5% from three, 46.6 from the field, and on top of that, 7.4 rebounds per game, 1.6 steals per game, and almost 1 block per game as well.
And he just went for a drive, got the foul, not the shot, but he hasn't, it's not like he hasn't tried to attempt shots here today. That was just the first one that had fall after 15 minutes. But yeah, Harris.
And let's add 2 assists per game too. Ariane Harris earns himself a trip to the free throw line. Look at this play again. I believe Rosales got called on that.
Claim jumper faithful have been wanting a foul. Last few times down, they finally got it that time and exploded when they got the whistle.
Looks like the officials have been a little hesitant to blow the whistle in this game. There's only been 3 fouls throughout the game, 1 on Columbia and 2 on Contra Costa. The final 4 minutes, 42 seconds in this first half, coming up right after this. One falling down. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp returning for the summer of 2023. I'll be there at the camp. 5-day overnight summer basketball camp for 4th through 12th grade boys and girls. 2 weeks this summer. You don't want to miss it.
I'm looking forward to it. I know the parents who have students who have been there in the past are looking forward to it. If you haven't been a part of it, maybe this is your year.
It's snowing right now in Tuolumne County, but just in a few short months, it's going to be 90 degrees. It's going to be a great basketball camp to be a part of if you would like. NorCalSportsTV.com/camp. Sign up and register today. Here's Jeffries, another steal for Columbia. Goes up, rejected, a lot of contact. We have a whistle, but I don't see the signal for a foul.
Telling you, the game is really physical. Referees are being really cautious about laying out the fouls. There has only been 3 fouls in this first 15 minutes of play, and yet we've seen some really physical play here on the court today.
Tuttle inbound, handoff from Sales back to Parker. Flings it across, and a wild pass easily stopped by Jakari Lindsay. Lewis. Hall gets it out of the paint just in time for that 3-second call. Just poked out, stays with Columbia. Robinson snuck his hand through.
That's twice the Columbia pass has just had a hand of a Contra Costa in their player to get that ball away from the intended, receiver there.
Sales. He's got the angle again. Dishing down with low balance away from the basket and still able to finish. Columbia back up by 3. Lewis, 16-footer. Robinson, the board. And there's a foul on Ariane Harris. He got his hand stuck behind the ball.
He's like, what? We're going to call that? His hand was inside and wrapped up as the player came down with the ball and couldn't get his hand out of the twisted pretzel that he was in there. And they ended up giving him the foul. So both teams now with 2 fouls.
Sales cuts him off. Top of the arc, a 3 over Harris.
Yeah, great defensive play for Columbia. They caused a pass that was, had to go cross a player and find somebody who was open, and then the shot going short. So good defensive stance there for Columbia, but now Contra Costa showing the full court here. Oh, they're backing off.
Keyshawn Hall, Ahmad Jeffries, Marcus Sales, Parker Tuttle, Ariane Harris. 5-4 Columbia. Here's Harris now. Tuttle, he's been on fire from 3. He unleashes another. He gets hit. No whistle. Robinson pushing against Harris, and Harris will pick up another foul. That's going to be number 2 within the last 2 possessions. And I was a little more curious about the left shoulder of Robinson extending that arm away. We don't necessarily get the view there with the official in the way, but definitely creating some space, pushing off with that left arm. Harris did foul him, but before that, there was a lot of pushing off before he got there.
When you're playing the game, you're playing defense, you got the offensive guy and he's bumping into you and he's throwing elbows. That just draws reaction. You kind of create the contact. But once he was underneath and went up for it, that was all it took to get Robinson's hand in there.
Cameron Robinson, 68.8% from the free throw line, averages 2.5 attempts per game. But he also leads their conference, the Big Valley Conference, in field goal percentage at 59%, and he's also second in attempts on the team as well. So he's usually their leading scorer, like we've seen.
First points for Keyshawn Hall in the game.
Another thing about the free throws of Contra Costa, they are 63rd in made per game, 59th in attempts per game, and 73rd in free throw percentage. So the free throws, we know they win games, and that's why they have those 10 losses, because those close games, it could have been decided by free throws. Daniel Rico got a little hesitation from Robinson. Meanwhile, Tuttle will get the ball after his miss, and he's fouled.
Tuttle following up with a shot and drawing a little contact there. I think Columbia will take anything they get right now on that whistle in their favor. Now Tuttle just needs to follow through like he did on that one.
3-man substitution comes in for Contra Costa. Jakari Lindsay, Darren Bracey, and Jeremiah Stamps. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Columbia 32, Contra Costa 27. You're watching Columbia College Claim Jumper Playoff Basketball on NorCal Sports TV, and there's a full load of college basketball for you to watch on NorCal Sports TV today. San Jose, Columbia right now, San Francisco, both men and women, and Chabot College. Up and over for Jordan Rosales. Cuts the lead down to 3.
It's his second bucket of the game. Final 90 seconds. You mentioned all those other games that are going on, and those are some quality basketball teams. Going to be great games, and to be able to watch them free on YouTube is just phenomenal.
Speaking of one of those games, San Francisco, the men's game, they are number 1 in NorCal. As Rosales goes down, he doesn't get up, and now Columbia has a 5-on-4 possession. Tuttle gets the defense to jump, swings it across, and that'll go out of bounds as Columbia, almost a guaranteed bucket, throws it away, and Contra Costa's Rosales still yet to get up.
Yeah, it's a leg injury for him, and he's not happy. He's in a lot of pain.
And San Francisco, like I was mentioning, the men's team number 1 in Northern California. You've had a chance to watch not only San Francisco, but also Chabot, San Jose City College. You've seen some of the top teams in NorCal, and now including Columbia for probably the 12th or 13th time this season.
Yeah.
What do you think about the NorCal division?
Man, the division is absolutely competitive and just pure fire. Every team comes out with this determination and grit that they're going to win it.
Jordan Rosales was the injured Comet on the court for Contra Costa. Throughout the season, he's averaged 5.7 points per game, their best free throw shooter at 82.5%, and also the highest three-point percentage as well at 38.5. He does have this final minute in the first to rest, including the half as well, so we may see him in that second half, but definitely don't want to put him in more pain and affect what could be the rest of their season.
The good news is he was up and got up on his own power. Jeremiah Stamps got his first bucket, believe it or not, of the game right there up underneath. He's got a lot of rebounds, but got his first deuce.
15 seconds separate the shot and game clock as Marcus Sales will be fouled by Jeremiah Stamps.
All of a sudden, the referee whistles are getting hot.
There was 3 fouls through 15 minutes, and now in the final 4.5 minutes, we've had an additional, 4 or 5?
Yeah, it was in the last minute and a half, we've had 2 fouls against Contra and 1 against Columbia.
Sales able to hit the first, and here's the look at the foul again. He did come down with that right hand.
Compared to the rest of the game, though, and the physicality of the rest of the game, maybe it's just they haven't seen it because they've been all bundled up. But if you're open against one-on-one, we're going to call it.
Offensive board. Only a few seconds separate, and Columbia can most likely hold for the final shot as long as they release in time. Definitely want to have the lead heading into the half, but first, Coach Hoyt will call the timeout. Final 23 seconds in this first half will come up in just a moment.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
33-31, Columbia leads Contra Costa in the first half. Only 22 seconds left in the first half, but then second half, 20 minutes. Anything can happen. From what you've seen, what can we expect in that second half?
In the second half, I expect Columbia to come out doing what they normally do in the first half. Just play their game, get the win, but they need to remain on that transition. There's that transition back. And this is playoff ball now, boys. It's not time for a new game. It's time to play the game you know how. And Columbia is known for transitioning, coming back off the boards and moving quick. They haven't been very fast in this game today. It's just my opinion, but it just doesn't seem like they don't have the speed here in this first half. And I expect that second half coach is going to say, get out there, play your game, and let's get some speed back in the game.
5 seconds to shoot for Columbia. Looking at the last basket, they're facing the basket. They got it with Kai Jordan, and now Contra Costa. They'll heave it up. They get it off in time. Oh my goodness! Nearly wedgies off the block and the backboard. But Columbia does get that last laugh. They have a 4-point lead heading into the second set of 20 minutes. Here's that last look. Jordan got underneath, wrapped it around, put it up with the right hand. Now let's take a look at what we have from that first half. Parker Tuttle, I think, is the main guy we have to talk about. 14 points.
Oh, my goodness. Tuttle with 14 points. He's got unofficially 5 rebounds. I've been trying to keep the stats here as best I can. And the claim jumpers coming out of the last 9 minutes had more rebounds in the last 9 minutes than they had in the previous half, the first half. And Contra Costa almost only got, they only had a few more rebounds than they had in the first. So it was really just a matter of Columbia was just kind of coming down and slowly, methodically playing their game and getting set up. And it just didn't seem like the normal game that they do when they just come back with speed and transition. Plus, Chang put up quite a bit of opportunities. He's at a 0 right now, and this place is going to go crazy when he gets his first bucket because I'm sure he'll get one before the game's over.
Miles Lewis and Cameron Robinson for Contra Costa. They put up most of the points, but I want to highlight Jeremiah Stamps because he's been getting the boards offensively and defensively, which keep Contra Costa with their second chance points, and that's what's really kept the game close. He doesn't need to score. He has 1 bucket. So in the second half, how does the game change if he does start scoring?
Well, if he does start scoring and they get the ball down low, I mean, that's all you need to do is just pick and choose down low little by little bit, one basket after another, and that'll be over. If you get Stamps down low, he's just down there and he just kind of hustles his way.
Well, at the end of the first half, the 21-7 Columbia College Claim Jumpers up by 4, 35-31 over the Contra Costa Comets.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Miners Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual. Increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks. Guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
I went from grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Ab Locker. For anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The Ab Locker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. Ab Locker Fitness. Get locked in. To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minners Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minners Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
we
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%, and we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court here.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
From grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
AbLocker, for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The AbLocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be
Columbia College Claim Jumpers at home in the second round of the CCCAA Junior College playoffs. Playoffs, yeah. I almost said championships for some reason. But it seems like both teams are playing at the championship level. Contra Costa at the number 9 seed, Jumpers at number 8. And the Jumpers have a 4-point lead. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, along with my dad, Justin Flores. And who we have on the screen right here is head coach Kirk Clifton, Jay Clifton, and Ryan Clifton of the Calaveras Redhawks. And yesterday they played at the Golden One Center, home of the Sacramento Kings. And unfortunately, they lost the Sac Joaquin Section Division IV championship to Marysville only by 2 points. But head coach Kirk Clifton is they've been trying to get there for years and years and years. They finally got there after beating Union Mine and just a 2-point loss. And now they're still in that 40-year drought of not having a section championship title. But Coach Kirk Clifton is going to get there again, and I know that he's going to win in the next few years.
You know, I've known the Clifton family for a long time, and that was really cool to see Kirk there and to watch it all happening online and to see the reactions. And it's a heartbreaker when you lose by 2 a championship game like that. But, man, Calaveras since 1977 or something like that. I mean, we're talking like 45 years. And that's just exciting for them to get to the Golden One Center. Here we have the 9th and the 8th seed team. If you look at their records, it doesn't appear like they're 9th and 8th seed teams, but they're playing like they should be playing here, 9th and 8th seed teams. So here we go, second half of basketball. Contra Costa with the ball, down by 4. Man,
there's not a lot to do in Tuolumne County right now, and we have the stands basically filled. Other stars that are out here today: Noel Alexander, a former jumper who now plays at Stanislaus State University, an NCAA Division II school. You have Tyler Sells, who is about to graduate from Sonora High School. He's a Wildcat basketball player. Coach Claude Parkin, one of the most winning coaches in Tuolumne County. You can't miss out when he's coaching a team, always in the top few. And then we have Guy Dossie and Dominic Massimino from Calaveras Enterprise and the Union Democrat. You can watch for their stories on, obviously, Calaveras Enterprise and the Union Democrat in the next upcoming days. They'll have the recap for you there.
Both teams shooting, both teams missing, both teams getting defensive rebounds. That's how we've started the first 50 seconds of the second half.
Cameron Robinson hits the deck. An offensive foul goes to the Claim Jumpers. It's the first foul on Cameron Robinson in the game. And we've talked about Cameron Robinson a little bit as we look at it a little bit closer. And excuse me, that's number 3. Missed out on the fouls there, but that's number 3 on Cameron Robinson.
Number 3, but it's his second offensive. Remember, he got the elbow early in the game, and that time they're not even hesitating. They're not even letting them get into the physicality. They said, nope, immediately offense.
Cameron Robinson, 6 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line in that first half. And throughout the season, he actually missed 10 games. 6 of those were in the preseason in a row right after they played Columbia for the first time. 1 was midseason, and then he missed 3 in a row during conference play as well. So those are the 10 missed games that he had. Daniel Rico hit the deck, and somebody from the crowd saying that's traveling. You can't just hit the ground, but I believe since he lost the ball and it was an interrupted dribble because Contra Costa touched it, it eliminated that use of a travel. (35-31), an early timeout to avoid any turnover for the Jumpers. Coach Hoyt will use his first there with the 32nd. And also, you're available to chat in the comments. Join us, interact with us throughout this second half as Marcus Sales gets blocked here with a great stop by Jeremiah Stamps. 2 seconds to shoot, and a travel. Also in the comments, thanks to AB for chatting with us through the entire game. I think we need to get him some more friends.
EB has contacts and knew the seeds of both teams, and even giving props to you. Apparently you did something or said something that he agreed
I did
with.
Something? Uh-oh.
They agreed with you on something.
35-31, Jumpers up by 4. In the first half, we'll look at the scores from the Jumpers as Stamps tries to go against Sales, and he got it to go. That's only his second basket in the game. 4 points for him, including 1 foul. But let's look at Columbia first in point scoring. Of course, number 33, Parker Tuttle, 14 points, 4 threes, 2 free throws. Marcus Sales, 8 points, 1 of 2 from the line, including a three-pointer, actually. Daniel Rico, 2 points. Kai Jordan, 4. Harris has a few as well with 5 points, 2 of those being from the free throw line, and Keyshawn Hall with 2 as well.
Chang puts up his first shot of the second half and still has yet to get any points.
Kai Jordan gets it back for Columbia after the miss. Chang calling for it in the corner. In the comments, I think they know that he's a shooter. They did their film from the first 13 games and just remember him from the first time that they met, so they're not really playing off of him as much as Columbia probably hoped. 3. It's the second air ball in the game for Contra Costa. Misses everything.
Chang has yet to be a threat against Contra Costa, but boy, they're going to give him an open shot. He's going to hit a basket, and he just needs to get in what they call the zone. He has not found his zone yet in his first game back after being gone for 2 months.
Sales looked at his second 3 in the game. He hit his first one, which was a surprise and a shock to everyone in the stands, claim jumper or Comet, but doesn't connect on his second, so he's 50% from the arc today. For Contra Costa, their first half stats, Jordan Rosales, 4 points, who went out late in that first half. I haven't seen him return yet, but I believe he's still on the bench over there awaiting a comeback if he's able to play. Stamps gets it back, bodies Marcus Sales, misses the first, second one's good, and it looks like he calls for the substitution.
And gets his own rebound. Let me tell you something about Stamps here. He is a player that when the ball's in his hand, it doesn't look like it's an average-sized ball. It looks like he's holding a mini ball in his hand. Now, a lot of these players are, they got big hands. They're big, tall players, but his hands are just massive. When he holds the ball, he palms it like it's nothing.
Another bad pass leads to Contra Costa ball, and Marcus Sales down there on the Stamps shot. Looked like he got fouled, another offensive one, because he was standing in the lane. He solidified himself in that lane, didn't move towards or away from the player, so Stamps there surprised he didn't get called for another offensive foul. But more on the stats from those first 20 minutes. Miles Lewis, 8 points. Jordan Lilly, 9 points, all of them coming from deep outside with 3 threes. Cameron Robinson, 6 points, and Jeremiah Stamps, he had 2 in that first half as well.
Yeah, and Stamps now has 2 baskets here starting the second half in the first 4 minutes. We mentioned going into the half, if you give him the ball underneath, he just needs to crash the boards and get the baskets, and that's what he's done here for them already.
Lewis with the high release. Last touch by Lewis. Claim jumper basketball. Full court press has come alive for Contra Costa. Miles Lewis right now guarding Keyshawn Hall, but easily gets past the timeline to set up the offensive play. Here's Ahmad Jeffries, top of the arc for Columbia. Moves inside. And a foul on number 22, Darren Bracey, the 6'3" sophomore, played at El Cerrito High School.
Yeah, it was on the ground, but the referees are definitely watching and blowing the whistle a little quicker to start the second half. And here's another one away from the ball.
I believe that's Miles Lewis. No, excuse me, they put that on Jordan Lilly. That's his first. Tuttle up and down to Jordan Worthy. The handoff right back to Tuttle. Pulls up from 10, just shy on his jumper. (35-35), 5 minutes into the second. Rosales back into the game. Good to see him on the court after having that leg injury late in the first half. Here's Arion Harris being chased down from behind. The two-handed jam, the daily dose of iron. Arion Harris throws it through for 7 points of the game.
7 points, 5 rebounds for Harris. Broken up play, taking it down the court, finishing it up. Look good. They got to do more of that. Right now, they got to move the ball quick. You see? See that? Coach is yelling, let's go, let's go. Where's the transition? Where's the speed? No, they called it on the ground. No shot. Oh, my.
This does not reflect what we've seen all season from the officials. We know that there's not a lot of continuation happening as we get the replay of the jam from Harris, who goes up with 2 hands. But what we've seen from the officials is that continuation. It follows through. Let's see how early this foul was. He does take that second step, but you'd like to see the consistency through the entire season, and that in the regular season would have been counted for a bucket.
Stamps back in the game for Contra Costa. Posting up against Jordan Worthy. Two of the big boys for Contra Costa in. Oh, getting the contact on the drive, bouncing off of Stamps. They call that defensive, even though Stamps, for me anyway, it looked like he had his feet on the ground. But, man, just being bounced off, they call the foul. Let's watch.
He did elevate a tiny bit.
There
he
did.
was.
You know what? He did. I didn't realize he was. I happened to see it at the very end. All right, good catch and a good call.
Tuttle splashes through the first as Miles Lewis goes over and talks to Miguel Johnson, the head coach of the Comets.
We mentioned going into the half that Columbia was going to have to come out playing the game they know how to do. Quick transition, speed, speed, speed. And Coach on the last drive down when Harris got the slam dunk was yelling at the top of his lungs, speed, 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 run, run, run. And hopefully the team picks up on his calls, because now with only 14 minutes to go in this game, up by 4, they need to start playing the game they're used to playing, which is move. Going to have to start calling the Columbia move jumpers. You know, this is now the 6th foul called in the first 6 minutes of the second half. We had 9 fouls called total in the first 20 minutes. Referees are stepping up their whistle blowing here.
And that's going to be the 3rd on Arion Harris, who will be taken out and will be saved for the latter bit of this second half. And now let's look a little bit more at Parker Tuttle, who has 16 points. He had 14 in that first half, but in the initial 2 meetings, the first game he only had 10 points, and then the second game he was one of 7 players on the Columbia roster, and he had added 9 in that 1-point loss. Here's another foul. It's Jordan Worthy this time.
Telling you, the difference in what we're seeing both from the referees coming into the second half is nothing like we saw in the first half. 7 fouls in the first 6 minutes here, the second half.
Robinson takes his time and gets the first.
He's 3 for 3.
Robinson, 7 points in the game. Substitution coming in for Contra Costa is Jakari Lindsay, the 6'4" sophomore.
And he's coming in for Cameron Robinson, so Contra Costa going to go with a smaller team, leaving Stamps out there, the only big man left. With Robinson and Stamps out there, Contra Costa was kind of making some moves.
Kobe Nunez, Parker Tuttle, Keyshawn Hall, Jordan Worthy, and Ahmad Jeffries are on the court for Columbia. And there's been a noticeable difference just inside the Oak Pavilion. Before that shot anyway, that just changed it once more, but now Parker Tuttle has 18.
Nice drive for Tuttle there. Even making, creating some contact underneath that Faithful wanted to get against.
Lindsay is fouled, and they count the basket. Interesting situation here. We'll get a closer look. He jumped into him, kicked his legs out. Didn't look like a lot of contact to me. Not only a flop, but they count the basket. We'll watch it. This is Columbia's Parker Tuttle on the previous play. Looked like he got some contact there too, but there's no whistle.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a bump, wasn't there? You know, I was going to say this is the one thing that the referees now, they've come out kind of officiating a different kind of game, you know, in a different style. Now they just need to stay consistent for the rest of it, because I have a feeling this is going to come down to the wire. And Columbia making some senseless type of plays here, shuffling their feet a little too much on the inbound, and Kai Jordan there getting caught with a travel.
Robinson back into play for Contra Costa. It's Columbia up by 41-40. They claim jumpers. They got the turnover. They get the steal next time.
Yeah, Sales right there to pick that one off. And again, Coach Hoyt saying, let's go, boys. Where's the speed? Where's the speed?
Jeffries misses the deep ball. Comes down to the open 11 Seneca Willoughby. who I talked a lot about in the first half. He's the most consistent scorer. He's going to score you about 12 points per game, and he hasn't put up anything yet.
Nothing but 3 rebounds.
Robinson backs down Tuttle, lost the ball. Parker Tuttle, what a steal. Ma Jeffries wraps around into the corner. It looks like Cameron Robinson is having some left shoulder issues, possibly why he went out, and there's a foul. Parker Tuttle draws it.
The whistle came later than they were expecting, but number 11 there is like, what?
Seneca Willoughby, let's look at it closer.
There was the bump, and then all of a sudden the whistle came after.
And there he was. He did elevate off the ground, and then Tuttle, just a little bump, got to the free throw line. 41-40 after this message from your local NCS TV sponsor.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Miners Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports Custom Uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. Ab Locker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
Fouls have been a factor in this game. First half, there wasn't a lot, but the second half, they've now had 9 fouls in the opening 7.5 minutes, 6 of which are on Contra Costa, which means Columbia, the next foul on Contra Costa will be shooting a 1-and-1 for until they get to 10 fouls, and that's going to be another big difference maker. We talked about the previous 2 games and how they allowed 43 free throw attempts in the first game. Columbia, most of their points, nearly a third, almost a fourth of them, or excuse me, a third, almost half of the points came from the free throw line. And Columbia, free throw wise, they're 28th in free throws made per game in the state, 25th in attempt per game. But then on the Contra Costa side, 63rd in made per game, 59th in attempts, and 73rd in free throw percentage. So they're not looking good from the free throw line if the game comes down to it.
Jumper's going to be a little more aggressive here defensively in the full court press. Hoyt wants some grit and some speed and some transition basketball here, and that's what's going to make or break them here in the last 12 minutes.
Robinson, guarded by Sales. 5 seconds to get it off. Lewis pulls the trigger over Tuttle, misses. Robinson, the putback, missed again. And it stays with Contra Costa. Marcus Sales.
Columbia thought that was going their way.
And it should have. That definitely was off the hand of the Comet there, but the official from the backside didn't see if that hand necessarily touched it, and that's just going to happen in the game, and you have to fight through it.
Oh, Sales did it again. That's the second time on the incoming pass down on their baseline that he's gotten in the way, got his hand on it, and bounced it off a Contra Costa player. Columbia ball. The last time he actually just stole the ball outright, but that's twice now. Sales at the baseline. Man, he is a player. He's the one at the beginning of the game said, we just need to get the win. It's a basketball game.
Marcus Sales, the 6'6" sophomore forward from Fort Worth, Texas, previously played at Eastern Arizona College. One of the bounce backs that Columbia has had over the years, and Claim Jumper fans and Coach Hoyt, very glad to have him on the team.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to meet him on a basketball court, but off the court, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Oh, look at here.
Kai Jordan down the lane for 2.
Maybe they thought he was going to dish that off to Sales or something, but man, you get that all day, do that.
Kai Jordan, Keyshawn Hall. Kobe Nunez is somewhat known as a scorer, but those point guard players, they're just used to get the open shot. And so that's something that they see in film, in which Columbia can now attack in game and make it work for points.
Man, Tuttle's having a game. That was a steal that he got.
There's the dish from Ma Jeffries. Tuttle evades the baseline. It's a Jeffries three. It is a Jeffries three. That forces the timeout to the Comets as now the Claim Jumpers 8-point lead in the first bucket for Jeffries.
It was either Tuttle, it was Jeffries. It was Jeffries, it was Tuttle, it was Jeffries finishing it up.
One falling down.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Minner's Tree Company has been a sponsor of Columbia College Claim Jumper basketball all season long, and if you live in Tuolumne County affected by the snow, Minner's Tree Company is there to help trimming, hauling, and removal.
I see their signs everywhere, and I see good stuff about them on social media as well, their professionalism and the hard work that they do.
Minner's Tree Company, part of bringing you Columbia College Claim Jumper basketball. Make sure to thank them by using their business, Minner's Tree Company. 48-40, Columbia College Claim Jumpers leading the Contra Costa Comets in the second round of the CCCAA playoffs.
It hasn't been easy for them to take this 8-point lead either, but that last three by Jeffries really put some zone in their belly a little bit there.
Comets moving. They cut to the baseline. Sales cuts them off. 8 seconds to shoot for Contra Costa. Attacking, 10-footer. He's fouled by Marcus Sales.
Wow, we had a mismatch there, too, because number 5, Kai Jordan, was up against the big man, Jeremiah Stamps, and they didn't pick up on that. He was calling for it.
They actually called that one on Kobe Nunez, who moved away from the ball to go attend to a possible rebound. And I think Columbia would almost rather have it on Kobe Nunez so that they can spread out the fouls a little more and not affect the players that have been scoring and being the bigger game changers.
Yeah, no kidding, especially since the referees have decided to start blowing that whistle. 10 fouls now in the first 10 minutes of the second half. That's more than they had the entire 20 minutes of the first half total between both teams.
Jeremiah Stamps awaits on defense and hopes to stop another Columbia bucket. He'll be in the paint awaiting anyone who wants to contest him. Parker Tuttle caught it in the corner. He's double teamed. Got Stamps to go out, which leads to an open three. It's Jeffries who misses the deep ball.
This place would have erupted if Jeffries hit that three. Columbia needs to get that momentum back right now.
Good movement again from Contra Costa. Even better defense from Columbia, who have put the shot clock down into single digits for the second possession in a row. Marcus Sales stops it. It is off him, but it doesn't reset the shot clock. So Contra Costa has 5 seconds to inbound, set up a shot, get it off, and either make it, hit the rim, or possibly force a foul. Caleb Chang re-enters for the Claim Jumpers. He's scoreless in his minutes played. 2 seconds to get it off. Stamps, the fadeaway, misses. It does hit the rim, which allows Contra Costa to get it back down and put up another shot. And it draws a foul on Marcus Sales. It's only his first.
Battling for it under the boards there. That's what you call crashing the boards.
Jeremiah Stamps, great effort, fading away from deep range that he's not used to shooting and barely catching the side of the rim to keep the play alive.
Guy's got 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block. That's the unofficial stats that I've been trying to keep. I think he may have a couple extra rebounds in there. And going into the half, we said if Stamps gets the ball and crashes the boards and is underneath, that's where he ended up getting 4 of his 6 points here in this first half of the second half. Now he's going to sit down, and so is Tuttle for Columbia.
A change of personnel, like you said. Arion Harris is out there for Columbia. Remember, he has 3 fouls. He's made the big difference in the game. He has 7 points, which is the lead in this game. And he has a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists, and just, once again, the game changer. Here he is now. Harris finds Chang. Chang all the way through. He's fouled, and he has free throw attempts coming his way.
Okay, Chang might get his first buckets in over 8 weeks here with these free throws coming up. And it hasn't been without any attempts. He's attempted layups, drives, and a couple of threes in his first game back in over, 8-10 weeks? Claim Jumper faithful have been waiting for this one for a long time.
December 19th.
And there it
last
went.
game played.
Now he's got that jitters out of the way. Now he can play the next 9 minutes and 38 seconds like he did more than 10 weeks ago. He can put it through.
Chang drops down both of them. He's the second highest free throw percentage shooter on the team for anyone who's attempted at least 1 per game throughout the games that they've played. 79.5%.
Oh.
A foul called from the outside ref, and I believe this goes on Marcus Sales. It does, but I didn't see any contact.
Yeah, I don't know.
No contact at all, but that official on
the
the opposite edge, he has some words for the other official, and something that's in all official rule books, something I learned recently, is that the other officials can't question any call that any other official has made, so they just kind of have to shake their head and say, there's contact.
You know, we have the advantage of watching the replay, Dion I here producing, and the camera operators are getting the inside there. When it's live and it's happening, you hear a slap, you hear a noise, or you think you see something, and refs have to do what they do best.
0 of 2 for Darren Bracey. He missed the last ones as well, but Columbia also in the bonus. As Contra Costa pick up their 7th foul on the last time down.
Pressure defense for Contra Costa has worked out in their favor.
Rosales drives around. Ahmad Jeffries from behind the back. They say he hit him in the head.
Yeah, it seems like they're just blowing whistles after whistles. Now I can't wait to see how this one looks on the replay. It was deep underneath. Let's see here. Oh, it looked like ball here, but, you know, Jeffries himself didn't understand it.
Now both teams in the bonus with 7 fouls apiece.
Joey Fumar stepping in, watching from the Gold Coast in Australia right now. Thanks for having your eyes on Joey.
(50-44). Claim Jumpers lead by 6. 9 minutes to play. And these teams have been acting like it's the final minute, every minute of the game. Rosales fights it. He taps it out to Miles Lewis. He goes against Chang. He launches it up. They lost the alley-oop. It's too fancy as Harris hits the deck, and the foul goes on Contra Costa. They were going for the 5-course meal and ended up with some SpaghettiOs. It's Columbia basketball.
Yeah, and then the scuffle underneath as they were going for the rebounds, going to put Arion Harris now on the line for 1-1, with Columbia being in the bonus. Both teams are actually in the bonus now. Yeah, this last 8 minutes and 49 seconds are going to be pretty intense here. Watching Coach Hoyt on the sideline, especially once Columbia gets the ball I don't think the guy's going to have any voice left at the end of the game. He's doing everything he can to get them to move quick down the court without hesitation. It's almost like, don't worry about the refs. Don't even look at Contra Costa. Just get the ball and move it quickly. His arms are flinging so hard left and right.
Harris, 1 of 2. He did hit the first one, though, which is the one that matters in the 1-and-1. 51-44 after those.
So what we want to see when Columbia gets the ball back is speed. Transition basketball is what you call it. Quick to get back down.
That's going to be the 1-and-1 for Contra Costa's Jordan Rosales. And Caleb Chang, he does something that not a lot of other people do, and if you pay attention, watch his hands. They go up, and it's the hip dragging across. I believe that's what they called anyway, unless they saw something different from what I looked at.
You know, it looked like very little contact, if any at all. And I think right now, if you're just getting any white and blue mixed together, whistles are going to be flying.
Rosales can definitely be the difference maker in this game. He's doing good from the free throw line today. Meanwhile, his other teammates not keeping him afloat. Rosales is really the only one who's floating the boat for the Comets. He is the best free throw shooter, second best at 82.5% on the season.
Nice save there. Contra Costa is just picking up Columbia's game and stopping them from doing anything quick.
Tuttle has a man on his hip. A lot of contact as he moves down, slides over to us. And here's a travel on Contra Costa. It's claim jumper basketball. Contra Costa fans in the crowd, the few that are here, and the coach were wanting to push.
Yeah,
let's look. That's just... I don't see a push at all. I mean, they kind of collided on the Cavs down low, but I don't see any reason why that would be whistled a foul.
No, it was whistled a travel.
Exactly. Sales works for it. He's got it.
Boy, you nailed that one, Levi. He worked for that. Focusing on the basket once he went up.
Switches court, took a play out of the claim jumper playbook. They stop him. It's an offensive foul.
Let's watch this drive here. Oh, Rico. Man, we got to give that guy an extra hot dog today for taking that one. Just outside the circle, he stood up and said, I'm just going to stand here like a wall. That was classic playbook, great call, and great play. My goodness, look at Sales here. You talk about fighting for it. Levi said he fought for that one. Hard-fought deuce.
30 points out of Columbia's 53 have been earned by either Parker Tuttle or Marcus Sales. Tuttle has 20, Sales has 10. I might as well add Arion Harris in there. He has 8 of the points, too.
Yeah, Harris has had a great second half.
Sales lost it. He got it back in the corner, stayed in bounds, got it up and over to Harris. It leads to a Tuttle 3. No. And Stamps, he's fighting with Daniel Rico on the court as he was just trying to get the ball out. Rico wants the jump ball, and just an odd scene on the court. Stamps was arguing with Daniel Rico, and then he's just standing there holding the ball, in which you see Parker Tuttle, he was holding the ball.
A little bit of the emotions are starting to rise here now. Stamps and Rico were going at it, and he felt Rico got a little too elbowish in there, and Stamps just wanted him to know. So I guess they didn't call a foul. They didn't call a jump ball. They called a foul on Tuttle when he was hustling with him. Because he did the right thing. Because you're right, Stamps did get into a verbal confrontation with Rico. Just simply said, hey, man. Which was odd to be in the middle of a basketball game and tell another player, like, hey, man. But they did. You know, this is not rec ball that once the defense gets the ball, you need to back away and wait till half court before you can press them, you know. But you got to remember, Stamps is also one of the tallest players out there. I mean, he stands 6'6", 295 pounds, and so an extra elbow in the chest could sting a little bit, and maybe that's what he was trying to let Rico know. Watch the elbows sting a little bit. Either way, he got the deuce, and we got a 5-point game here with less than 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
Harris is in the deep quarter. Tuttle's handling. He's backing down all the way to the basket. Parker Tuttle shares some words for Jordan Milley, who he pushed all the way under the basket and was no match
yeah, man
for the
alive.
Tuttle.
Yeah, he's kind of carrying the team, isn't he? He's saying, jump on board, fellas. Let's get this win.
Contra Costa wants to return the favor. Here's Rosales, their top free throw shooter, swings it back to the corner. Doesn't shoot. They're hesitant to shoot the deep ball as they miss everything on the mid-range. And it's Columbia basketball.
Yeah, things are going in Columbia's favor here. When Contra Costa has the ball down there, Columbia defense, you kind of sense this, I can't explain it, but there's like a sense of power swinging Columbia's way when they're on defense. Like Contra Costa is not quite in it. But Columbia needs to use that same power when they have the ball offensively and play their game here. Create some mismatches.
It's Sales on the low block. Stamps is guarding him. He travels.
Okay.
.55-48, Columbia in the lead. Both teams in the bonus, and both teams one foul away from the double bonus. We have seen a few offensive fouls as well, but remember the double bonus, or just bonus in general, doesn't affect offensive fouls. It just switches possession. The foul is picked up, but they don't get free throws because of it.
Another missed basket for Contra Costa and a defensive rebound for Columbia. And now going the other way. Nice! Underneath. Oh,
what a find. Daniel Rico. A little too much speed and couldn't compute on the shot. The fadeaway off balance knocks down the shot, and Contra Costa calls the timeout as they bring the game within 5 points in the final minute 8. It's NorCal Sports TV's edition of the CCCAA second round playoffs.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Number 8 versus number 9, Claim Jumpers versus Comets at the Oak Pavilion. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and today I'm joined by my dad, Justin Flores. Take us through the first 25 minutes of this game.
Take us through the first 25
Or 35,
minutes.
Excuse me.
Well, let's see. The first half, the referees let them play very physical. The second half, it's been the referee saying we've gotten a little too physical, boys. Columbia starting to pick up their transition play. Contra Costa offensively seems to have softened up a little bit. Columbia's physicality and hard-pressed play right now is either working in their favor or against them based on fouls, travels, and what they need to do is just focus on their game.
Jordan dishes off. It goes right back to him. Harris, he attacks. Just outside the paint, forces inside, over Lilly, it's another deuce. 10 points for Ariane Harris.
That's the drive and the strength they need. Now watch on defense, you'll notice Contra Costa kind of looks around, they're looking like they're a little gassed. They're kind of looking for players, they don't know what's happening. They're look at the, he's like, what are we doing here? What play are we running? Yet Columbia's picking them up every single time. Looking left, looking right, defensively.
Robinson misses over Sales. Got the ball back. Everyone looking for a travel, but it comes down to Columbia ball anyway in the end.
Now here they come back. Speed, transition. Number 5 here, Jakari Lindsay getting the foul for Contra Costa. You see, Columbia, when you start playing the game that they're currently playing, which is their style of playing, you're going to draw fouls because you're going to get guys either running behind you. That's exactly what happened. That Contra Costa player was running behind him. The best thing you can do is try to get in there and reach, but the reach didn't work. Referee called it.
Now that's the 10th foul on Contra Costa, which means double bonus. Automatic 2 free throws every time there's a foul as long as it's defensive.
And if Columbia's been practicing their free throws and can hit them, they'll remain in the lead. That's the first basket, not the first basket, but the first free throw there for Kai Jordan in the game.
Free throws are all the difference.
Now here's Contra Costa. See that? They slowed down. They're not even at half court, and they're walking. And now they're looking at the players. Coaches are yelling at the players to move, go left, go right, go around. And Columbia's picking up every single player defensively.
Robinson, the shoulder into Rico, got the toilet bowl roll.
That's called a hard-fought basket here. Now here they come. I see Coach on the side here. Hoyt saying, let's go, guys. What are we doing? Spread it out.
Jordan, the spin cycle. He gives it up. It's a Harris 3. Looks good. No. And here's that momentum that you wanted from Contra Costa. Rosales will hand it off for Lindsay. He has an open look at 3.
But notice he had to force the outside shot because Columbia, all 5 players were inside and the rest of his team are on the outside. Nobody came in to set the play up. He moved faster than the rest of the team. And here he is again, just got another reach-in foul. When you've got the speed and you're getting guys having to reach in behind you, and then they got their hands on the notice the hands on the hips. The hands on the hips, they're grasping for air. A couple of Columbia players have it, but most of the players, their hands are down on their side, and here's Kai again. This is where conditioning's going to play in. You're in the final 3 minutes. You've been playing one of the most physical games you've had probably all season, right? You win or go home in this kind of situation. Both teams want to win. Of course, you don't want to finish up the season here like this.
Jordan misses short on his second attempt, but it does give some rest to the 10 players on the court. And, of course, hitting that first one does make a difference, too. 60-52, claim jumpers up.
No Contra Costa players going inside. One of them maybe. The biggest guy out there is on the outside now.
Lilly stops for a mid-range.
4 jumpers underneath for the rebound.
Sales setting a high screen, pushed off by Lilly. Sales will go down on the left side block.
Yeah, they're going to control the game clock now. That's what Columbia wants to do with an 8-point lead.
8 seconds to shoot. Jordan back on the move. Ball gets poked. Comets come away with it.
Nice defense there for Contra Costa. They got to move quick, though.
Tuttle forces the pass with the defense. He stepped on the baseline.
So a fresh 30-second shot clock for Columbia. Unless Contra Costa is going to get in there and press him. It looks like they are.
The claim jumpers will call the timeout. 2 minutes, 17 seconds, claim jumpers with an 8-point lead.
Works, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
Huge shout out to the Columbia College Foundation. They are the reason that we were able to bring you the entire seasons of not only Columbia College men's basketball, but also Columbia College women's volleyball as well. 2 great programs here in the Motherlode.
If you ever visit Sonora, you got to come out to Columbia College and just check out the campus and the beautiful Oak Pavilion now in its 30th year. You walk in this place, you think, what, did they just build this a year ago? No. They've been around quite a while and a wonderful facility and a great group, and the Columbia College Foundation that has been around supporting this community and the students and the athletes here at Columbia College. It's like a family here.
If you know someone from the foundation, tell them thank you. So we get set for the final 2 minutes, 14 seconds. And of course, Joey over there at the scorer's table playing the final countdown.
Yeah. This is still anybody's game, an 8-point turnaround. I mean, you can go on a run very quick in 2 minutes.
Marcus Sales was the deep man for Columbia, just in case he's still back there, and they have him as an option. Contra Costa with the full court press. Ariane Harris breaks the timeline with 2 seconds to spare. He tries dishing it off. It's intercepted, but Daniel Rico almost there to take it back, but Seneca Willoughby is able to push it through. 3 from the wing, no. Rosales keeps it up. Willoughby back with it. Harris and Sales on the ground. Friendly fire, but the shots still don't fall. Rico and Tuttle fighting for the defensive pressure. It's an and one for a possible 3-point play.
Coming out of that timeout, Contra Costa came up as if they just got some energy juice underneath them and came out playing and shooting. I don't know where the foul was there, but they got the basket for sure.
This is Darren Bracey with another free throw attempt. Has to get rid of it. A timeout called by Columbia once more. 1 minute, 38 seconds, and it was cut down to 6 with the last Comet bucket.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus County.
Second round of the CCCAA playoff bracket, round number 2, trying to get into that third round. The winner of this game will play the winner of San Francisco in Butte.
The NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp 2023 is coming in June and July of this year. Log on and sign up now. It might be cold, windy, raining, and snowing across the state, but it's going to be melt your face off, sunshine, heat, and fun times coming this summer here in Sonora and the Foothills. Going to be amazing.
NorCalSportsTV.com/camp. Register your child today. 90 seconds, 6-point lead. Columbia. Tuttle gets the defense to jump. The step back 3. Yeah! Tuttle, the 3. It's a 9-point game.
He kind of just sealed the deal with that one more than likely, because now Contra Costa is going to have to throw up some Hail Marys, and then he gets another rebound too. The kid has had a game today. Leading scorer with 25 points. He's got 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and he almost went for another one, but I think wisely holding on to it now, because now they can hold on to the ball.
No fouling coming from Contra Costa. 9-point lead for Columbia, 63-54. A wraparound pass to an open 3 for Ariane Harris. Won't close it. Marcus Sales, he's fouled, but it won't continue through the basket.
He wanted that basket so bad. He can't believe he missed it, but it has been all about the Tuttle shuttle today, carrying his team, saying, let's ride, boys. And again, unofficially, we've got him at, we know for a fact he's got 25 points, but I got him unofficially with 6 rebounds and 2 steals, and I think I may have missed a rebound or 2 and even a steal and a hand in there, as Sales putting in the finishing work.
(64-54) with 46 seconds. You can't say it's impossible, but Contra Costa needs to start knocking down those deep shots. They've been hesitant to take them in the first place, so if they do start knocking them down, they have to make sure it's the first attempt.
And you got to do it quick, and you got to get the ball back quick. And right now, Columbia's not quite giving up the ball.
The move, Rosales, quick release, no. Willoughby, the fight, ball comes loose. Kai Jordan leads up court. He'll continue to dribble it out. No whistle still. They'll move it around and throw it right to coach. He said, go get the ball, bring me the ball, and well, there it is.
From the looks of it, Columbia Claim Jumpers will move on.
3 ball, no.
Another rebound by Sales.
It looks like the Claim Jumpers will dribble it out. They will have to pass it up court. It's to Daniel Rico. And a standing ovation from the Claim Jumper crowd as the Jumpers move on to round 3. We'll have a player of the game interview. 65-54. And Ariane Harris throwing down the end jam. But stick with us through the post game as the Jumpers will move on.
So a lot happening in college basketball playoff action today with NorCal Sports TV. You've been watching this game on YouTube. Of course, you can always go to NorCalSportsTV.com. But if you are on YouTube and you've subscribed to the channel of NorCal Sports TV, there are other games happening throughout the day, including San Francisco, San Jose City College, and these are all games that, based on whoever wins those, the next round continues, and of course NorCal Sports TV will be there broadcasting them. So lots happening today, a lot of fun being had, and as you saw here, the 9th seed Contra Costa Comets go down to the 8th seed Columbia Claim Jumpers here at the Oak Pavilion in Sonora, California. Levi is on the court to interview the player of the game, and I'm thinking he's going to choose Tuttle, but the team is out on the court.
It's the end of round 2, and the Columbia College Claim Jumpers just with another win. I'm here with Coach Hoyt, Parker Tuttle, and apparently the rest of the team. But let's start with head coach Rob Hoyt. You got another playoff victory. You're going to head on. Well, all the players are saying San Francisco, but they still have a game to play against Butte. What are you looking forward to as you move on through this series?
I'm most looking forward to just spending another week with these guys. Great guys, and we're pretty good at home. Thank you, another one.
Parker Tuttle's going to be our NorCal Sports TV player of the game. 25 points. The three-point shooting was on fire today. On the season, well, you're shooting 29%, but today you definitely showed something different. What do you have to say for your performance?
It's just our confidence coming into the game was just so high because of how hard we work in practice and how hard we work in the off-season. I think that just goes for it. So.
Well, me and my dad over there broadcasting the game, we nicknamed you the Tuttle Shuttle, and you have a full ticket stop to the next round, round number 3. What are you looking forward to as you move on?
Looking forward to, like Coach said, spending another week with these guys. It's been a long season, a fun season. I think we got a good shot at this.
Well, good luck in the next round. Hopefully we'll be right there with you on NorCal Sports TV. We'll head right back to the desk with Justin Flores, but congratulations. Hop on the shuttle, the Tuttle Shuttle, with us right here on NorCal Sports TV.
And the tickets are free because if you're on YouTube, it's simply just subscribe to NorCal Sports TV and you can watch all the games. Again, there's 5 JC games that are happening. San Jose City College, you just watched the Columbia game. San Francisco, both women's and men's are being streamed as well. And, of course, Chabot. Lots happening in the college basketball world. Of course, Levi, NorCal's voice of choice, follows and watches all the teams and gets excited. He knows all the stats. And so just to be able to sit with my son and be able to do this, it's similar to what the guys said, to hang out with the guys again, to be able to hang out with my son and my good friend Dion and the rest of the crew here of NorCal Sports TV. It's been a blast and a wonderful season, so I can't wait to see what happens next.
65-54 is our final score. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. This is my dad, Justin Flores. We were glad that we were able to bring you this game today with the help of Columbia College Foundation, the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, and Minter's Tree Company. And once again, I said it's snowing out there in Tuolumne County. If you need help with your trees, Minter's Tree Company is the place to be.
And we'll be having Melt Your Face Off Sunshine Heat coming this summer. Perfect for summer basketball camp.
Well, that does it for us today. If San Francisco moves on, then Columbia will be heading there. And we do broadcast the City College of San Francisco basketball games. Most likely will be Chris Babcock. I might be able to join him there as well. But stay tuned on NorCal Sports TV, either YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just follow us everywhere. All the socials were right there on NorCal Sports TV. For Justin Flores, my producer, Dion I, cameraman Taylor Rector, Christy Marion, and Cole Parkin. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores. See you next time.